And what has essentially happened is a new king called the Feral King has taken over the Cat Society and has outlawed the worship of Cloister. So that was Le Epic Return. Next up we have While the Women Were Sleeping, which is a Takeshi movie. In 2010, the US military purchased 1,760 PlayStation 3s and linked them together at the Air Force Research Laboratory to create what at the time was the 33rd most powerful super... What the fuck? So they actually did it with PS3s?
Now stand aside and let the guard do their work.
Interesting.
Whoa!
Hello? He's stuck. Yeah, there you go.
Stop!
So today we'll be counting down my top 9 hentai. I could have just done like top 5 or something to make it more even, but I thought 9 would be fine because that rhymed unintentionally, but... Next up, to finish us off, we have the Ghost Pepper Hard Candy, and we'll see how that goes. Well, that was the wrong button. Not to mention, it also came out before the original Mad Max, because Mad Max came out in 1980, whereas Violence Jack was written in 1973 to 1974, and then getting serialized throughout the 80s, 90s, etc. But I decided to do it anyway, and kind of put them all together in a video, so you can see some of the more rare titles I own. But as you probably saw, this is MXC Season 1. Alright, boys, now time to truly answer the question, is Fugativeredeye a stud? Let's find out. Well, boys, someone offered me an egg in this trying time.
Combined team deathmatch. You know what? I have to talk for this video.
No, you
don't understand the back.
Just shut up.
Alright, here we go, everybody. Gotta love that loading screen with the monkeys eating Big Macs.
Just suck off the monkeys. Go! Suck off my monkey.
To start off with, we have what Trevor, or Spongy Buttons, got me, which is the Mountain Dew Doritos. Golden Wind, Part 1. This is what Snowman gave me for my birthday. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Violence Jack, you may be confused as to what this has to do with Devilman. If you're not unfamiliar with it, then you know why I'm going on about it. But anyway, as you can see, the menus on Season 3 are all essentially the same, other than having the other episodes that are actually on it listed. The villagers have a key to the treasure. Get it from them. No, I actually do quite like this game, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm probably like one of the only people to ever say that I actually genuinely think this is a fun game. Hey, what are you doing in my house? I'm supposed to say the third one. I'm supposed to say, fuck you. Creep, get in the butt. Well, now you know the full story. Over 50 jobs around the town. Come to think of it, why am I even here? I don't even know this Pedro. I'm gonna go home and make sure my roast doesn't get ruined. Now you, that old lady who was also in the Halloween special. Go ahead. I don't know what I'm doing here either. I don't know this Pedro. I'm gonna leave. You gets, why are all these people who didn't know Pedro even here? That's because Rabbit Waffles thought it would be a good idea to have all the characters in here. But a lot of these characters are really minor. I mean, what's the next thing? Is Crazy Pete gonna fucking be here? Not this again, boy! No, a Glock! Pew pew! Look, boy!
Your gun is very manly and American.
It sure is! But look, boy! The ghost! It's turned itself into the corpse of an American citizen! It's trying to frame us!
Are you sure you didn't just kill an American?
Don't sass me, boy! We gotta get out of here before the police arrive! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is gonna be fucking terrible, isn't it? And, also, interestingly enough, speaking of The Grinch Stole Christmas, I also think it's interesting that there's a prequel to The Grinch called Halloween is Grinch Night. I know that's not Christmassy, and it's not nostalgic since I haven't seen it, but it's interesting. And believe it or not, despite that premise, there's no actual nudity in this OVA. There's plenty of it in the manga, as is my understanding, but I haven't read the manga, but the anime is severely toned down in comparison.
My chairs are gone!
Greetings, my fellow Americans. It's your old pal, Sergeant Adam James Bastard III. And today I'm going to talk to you about the best part of Gen 3, because it's the American way. So it's very similar to propaganda. It's not real propaganda, obviously, because it's made by an American author. but the tone of it is very similar to propaganda, so it's basically got a lot of those and everybody clap type moments you'd expect from a book written by Kim Jong-il. I disagree. I think Jim Carrey going over the top is what works with Jim Carrey. That's why Ace Ventura made his career, because Jim Carrey doing crazy over the top shit is what he does best. September 22nd. 2012. Okay, look, I'll just say this now. Do not send me strange emails pretending to be Frederick or any of his followers. This is the third time someone has done this, and it's getting pretty tiring. It's a very traditional 50s B horror movie, and that's a good thing. I love 50s horror movies. They very much have a distinct feel that you can't quite explain, but they all kind of have this X factor that makes them all kind of feel like a 50s movie and stuff. It aired on Adult Swim between 2006 and 2011, and it ran for 78 US episodes. The show itself is actually still going in Japan, and it started back in 1992, mind you. But in Japan, it's racked up 1,035 episodes, according to Wikipedia at the time of this recording. 10 seconds later, back at Camp Convenience. Egads, is that the monster? Right over there? Yes, that's the thing. I've seen this monster before. He became a mod in a lot of games and became very popular. People started getting scared of him even though he was made up. Didn't Chills make a rap on him? I think so. It is a one-off, and not a bad one at that. It impishly addresses the deformed apparition at the end of Lover's Nose. Can you hear the fucking words this guy's using? Jesus Christ. I definitely think he's a fascinating character. But here's the thing. I no longer have that light mentality. Watching Death Note in later years, my mindset is a lot more similar to L, where I think that, no one has the right to just kill people like that.
Yo! What's up, diggity dogs? I just made a mess in the other room. High five!